Hello and welcome to your East Idaho planning briefing for Thursday, August 20th. My name's Alex from the National Weather Service in Pocatello, taking you through the briefing this morning. Take a look at our weather impact summary for the next couple of days. First off, for today, we will have some critical fire weather conditions continuing, and that'll be the result of low humidity and gusty winds. They'll be worse in the Arco Desert, and a red flag warning is in effect for Zone 410, so essentially the northern portions of the Snake Plain and much of the Arco Desert. A secondary issue is increasing smoke that will lead to some haze and also some decreased air quality starting today and likely continuing through the weekend. On the weekend, we'll have some record and near record temperatures building back into our area, and as we get into early next week, we may see some tropical moisture work its way, or the remnants of some tropical moisture work its way into our area. The remnants of Hurricane Genevieve, which is currently down across the southern part of Baja. And that could bring us some shower and thunderstorm chances getting into early next week. Taking a look at the satellite picture for the early this morning, shows us some cloud cover here across Nevada. And then that cloud cover will be responsible for some isolated thunderstorm activity across far southeast Idaho this afternoon, and also perhaps across the Montana border area as well. But that is the last of the shower and thunderstorm chances until early next week, as the weekend will just simply be dry and hot. Taking a look at the weather impact overview, there's a lot here, but let's take it day by day. Mentioned the red flag warning in effect for Zone 410 for today as a result of the low relative humidity and gusty winds. That doesn't mean that there won't be low relative humidity and gusty winds elsewhere, as there will be throughout all of eastern Idaho this afternoon and early evening. Also, we're highlighting the reduced air quality through at least the weekend, and we'll continue to see low relative humidity through the weekend, but we won't have the gusty winds, at least not near the critical values that we're expecting today. And as I mentioned, we'll see some record or near record heat build back into the area for the weekend, continuing through Monday. Here's a look at the forecast radar for today. You can see the shower and isolated thunderstorm chances across the southeast corner and also across the Montana border region this afternoon and early evening. We do think the thunderstorms will remain isolated in coverage. Taking a look at the minimum humidity today, notice pretty much all areas below roughly 6,500 feet elevation will see critically low minimum relative humidity values below 15%. And as you look over on the right portion of the screen here, you'll see where those winds will be strongest. So in these yellow areas, we'll see gusts over 30 miles per hour this afternoon, and even over 35 miles per hour in these orange areas. And for that reason, the red flag warning is in effect for this area. Now, as I mentioned, we will see gusty winds even outside of the red flag area, but not quite meeting those critical thresholds of 30 miles per hour in the mountains or 25 miles per hour in the valleys, but we will see close to those wind speeds, particularly across southern portions of 476 and 422 this afternoon. Comparing the winds to tomorrow, yes, they'll be breezy again, but lighter than today, so not reaching those critical thresholds. The relative humidity certainly will, though. Quite a wide expanse of minimum relative humidity values getting down into the single digits for Friday. We'll see very similar minimum relative humidity values and winds for Saturday and Sunday, although the winds will be a few miles per hour lighter over the weekend due to the ridge of high pressure building in over the region. High temperatures Saturday well into the 90s across the Snake Plain, the valleys across the South Hills, and the eastern Magic Valley. And we will probably make a run at 100 degrees, basically from Burley to Pocatello. Maybe areas like Holbrook and Malad will get close as well, all the way through the weekend and into early next week. And as I mentioned, the high temperature forecast for Sunday still on the toasty side. Here's a look at the air quality index early this morning. Areas in the yellow, which includes pretty much all of the reporting sites across East Idaho, seeing air quality seeing the air quality index getting into the moderate category. And for Sun Valley, we've already seen the air quality diminish to the point that it's unhealthy for sensitive groups. So those with underlying conditions like asthma and other upper respiratory issues should avoid or limit their time outdoors today. And as we mentioned, we will likely see that diminished air quality through the weekend due to all of the smoke from area wildfires across the Northwest. Now, if we compare the minimum relative humidity values that you see here on Tuesday, they are forecast to come up 10%, perhaps a little more, with that increase in tropical moisture moving in by that time. And there is the potential for thunderstorm activity, so we'll be watching this carefully over the next couple of days, as this could be our next potential period for critical fire weather conditions. And we will see the temperatures start to come down a few degrees with that increase in moisture by early next week as well. Tuesday will kind of be the start of the cool down, although I use the term loosely, as these temperatures are still above average for late August. So again, to summarize, critical fire weather conditions are forecast to be in place today with low relative humidity and gusty winds. We'll see the diminished air quality persist through, most likely through the weekend, with those record or near record high temperatures in place. And as mentioned, the return of some subtropical moisture could give us some increase in thunderstorm activity in the late Monday through late Tuesday time frame early next week. That concludes the briefing for today. If you have any comments, questions, or feedback, we welcome those to the phone number, email, social media channels you see here. Otherwise, please join us again Friday for the Friday edition of the East Idaho Hazard Briefing. Thank you.